Hi guys, Ronda without an H here. Today we're going to continue working in our fall journal for this swap. I hope you're having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is when you're viewing this video. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. Let's have fun. Okay, so I think this is the third video. Okay, so I've got my cover done, and I have my papers in here. So let me show you what I've been working on. Take that out just a smidge so we can see here just a little bit better. Okay, I've got my inside. Remember when I did this, I said I may or may not do a pocket or something. Well, I did. And I added a strip of washi tape that, let's see, me tape, MEETAPE. I have no idea where I got it or when, but I love it. It's definitely fall themed. So I did that to help strengthen. And I added a pocket. This is a glassine bag. Let's just do that again. Love the scrunch. Love the sound. Okay, and I coffee dyed the glassine bag, and I carry these different sizes in my Etsy shop, and the links are below in the description. But look, I have been using more of this paper, the green. I'm kind of loving it. It goes really nicely with the fall colors. And so I took that image that I told you that I was going to use separately, that you see here. Only this one, I didn't coffee dye first, and then I tore around the edges and I inked around the edges, and I think it is wonderful. So I'm really happy with that. And then I made this altered tag or journal spot, whatever you want to call it. But look at this, you guys. And I thought maybe we could maybe today we could work on some altered tags or something for our journal. Here's another image. This was separate, and this is Artie Mae's, and then the pear I fussy cut, and this is from Debbie from Ephemera Garden. So I'm just mixing their stuff all together, and hopefully they'll both look at this and they'll be like, "Ooh, we need to collaborate." And Debbie, of course, is in Canada, and Artie Mae's is in England, somewhere by the sea. Oh, I'm so jealous every time I hear the seagulls as she's doing her videos. Oh, love the seashore. Okay, so I added, I took from my altered book that I'm doing, and there are you can go to my playlist if you want for videos on that. But I'm getting these delicious pages to alter. And so because this has to be altered, the ephemera that we add. So that's what I'm doing. I cut down 3 of these pages. I took 3 pages to give it a good, stability. And what I did was I took one that I altered and added some sweet little collage elements to, and stitched. And that way the stitching is all on one, and then on one that was going to be, was the back, I took an old ledger page. Let me show you guys this delicious thing that I came across. And I was out junking with my daughter-in-law and family, and look at this. Is this just the most... It's 1949. 1949 are all of these pages. And I just about died. Well, I'm still here. I lied. I just got excited. So I took the cover. This is stitched together. So I unstitched it, and I have been using these pages. So one of the things I think it's important for us to do when we're using digital downloads, and I'm just learning as I go along, like I'm no authority on anything. I'm just Rhonda. I just enjoy your company, and we're just having a good time. But for me, I like to use original supplies and whatnot. And I think it enhances and bumps up the digital, the ephemera that we print, to give it more of an authentic flavor, if you will, so that it doesn't look cookie cutter to everybody else's, because everybody's got their own take. But I just like to, do my own, throw a little something in here and there, so that if you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, I think that weird Ronda made that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm having a good day. I hope you are too. All right, so delicious image ephemera garden. And you know what? As I get going here, I'm probably not going to say every time, this was ephemera garden, this was Artie Mae's, I'm go check out the links, check, get the digitals, and then you can just figure it out too. I don't want to spend time on that, and I don't want to get it wrong and give credit to the wrong person and have them get mad at me. Not that they would. They're amazing. Okay, anyway. So, what I did here was... This isn't... Let's take this tag out, and let's take this out. Just luscious stuff. Okay, so this is an image. This is a coffee-dyed paper. This is a card, and I stitched looks like a, like machine shops and part stores where they used to keep inventory, like cards of what they've got, how many they've got of in their inventory. It used to be a physical system, not on computers like we do now. And this is from those. And so I just created a pocket, and I thought it needed just a little bump of something. And so you can see I added the dimension in, look at that, by just simply adding just a snippet of coffee-dyed cheesecloth and just a little tiny bow from yarn. And look how that just dresses that up so nicely. Okay, so here's another one of those cards that I backed the tag, and this is from all those, I've still got a bunch out here. Remember in the video that we created a bazillion of these tags? Well, this is one of them. And I added a couple of little vintage images, and then another little saying, "Autumn carries more gold in its pocket than all the other seasons," by Jim Bishop. And I just think that's fabulous. So I glued those on, and then I went ahead and I put the back on and I stitched all the way around. And then I added the little, what do we call those? Reinforcements. And then this was from some Happy Mail. Perfect coloring, perfect for my autumn journal. So I created this tag, and that just sits right in there. And here we have another wonderful journaling spot. This is from a computer card. Do you remember back in the day when it was those huge big A-frame computers and they had to have a whole room, and you're learning computer and they kick out these cards, and the code has to do with these little holes and stuff. Anyway, I have a whole bunch of these, and so I took two to alter this one. So I did all my altering on the first card, glued things down that I wanted, and this particular one I didn't stitch anything on there. I just glued it. Got a stamp. This is from just my, my stash. And I've got a little bit of this fabric going on here. And this, guys, is from that journal book that I just showed you. The first and the back pages were like this dark brown. I didn't coffee dye that. I didn't do anything to that. And this was ripped on the side. And I was just like, it's fabulous as it is. So I used it. And then this is from my, I don't know what language this is. It's not German. It's like an old Dutch or Norwegian or something. Anyway, I don't even know that there is an Norwegian language. Dutch or... Anyway. And then I ripped a little bit of the leftover of that for this. Okay? Another little bits and pieces. Glued them all on. And then I took another card just like this, and you can see it has printed numbers and all around here. But I wanted to have it clear, so I turned it over backwards to give me the journaling space right there. So I love that. And I left this open when I stitched this whole thing onto my page. Then I left the top open, so this card slips right in there. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So it's coming along. I'm going to turn the video off and get my supplies all gathered up here, and let's make one or two tags, journaling spots like what we've got here, so that you can, be moving on with yours. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I've got some things gathered here. First of all, I think what we'll do is we'll just do this pocket real quickly, and we will add one of the tags. So this is the glassine bag, and like I said, I do carry these in my Etsy shop. I have several different sizes, and this one is approximately 7 by 4 3/4. So to give a little bit of a border around, I want to make it smaller than that, and I've measured that, and it actually ends up to be 6 inches. Is it 6 inches? Yes. 6 inches by almost 4 inches. So let's go ahead and cut that first. All right. So I hope that you've been having a good week so far. I am doing well. I'm just like, I'm kind of like blown away by how fast fall has just gotten. It's just here. Seemed like I was just camping and all of a sudden, boom, it's fall. Okay, so if you want, you can go ahead and ink this, and thank you very much. I think I will do that. So I'm just using Vintage Photo. Tim Holtz, you use whatever you want. And isn't it amazing all the free publicity Tim Holtz gets? Because most of us that create and do things with paper and love the vintage style, we do have a tendency to love his work. So, hello, Tim. Alrighty. So then what I'm going to do on this particular one, because I don't want this, it's crinkled, and does that, hello. You just can't get any better than a little bit of delightful crinkle. So this is my sticky tape, and it is very sticky, and that's good, but sometimes it gets me in trouble because it sticks to things I don't want it to stick to. But you can go ahead and glue this if you like. I use, if you've watched my videos for a period of time, you'll recognize that I switch it up. I use glue sticks sometimes. I use the art glitter glue that has no glitter in it. Why it's glitter, I have no clue. I use the Fabric Tack, Fabric Fusion. Yeah, all kinds of different. And I use different widths of this. I buy mine on Amazon. You can easily go and find something there. What did I do, you guys? Where did you hide it? Where's my glassine bag? Come on. Come on. Give it up. Give it up. Well, if that doesn't float your boat, I don't know. All right. Well, is that just the weirdest thing ever? Okay. Oh! Oops. All right, we're having a good day. Are you having a good day? Oh, I love you guys. I'm so glad you're so patient with me. We are about as imperfect a human as you can get. That would be me. All right. Now what I want to do is put an image on, and I'll just show you this one again. This is the one I picked from Ephemera Garden, her digi, and I pulled out one that I want to work with. I was trying to decide, do I want this image or this image? And I settled on this one. Now, so I cut this 4 by 6 inches. I'm going to do the same on this, and then I'm going to tear around it. But to make sure that I can get the most use of my digital, that's what I'm doing. My ruler here, by the way, is 6 inches wide, and so I am going to go as much as I can. Okay. I want to make sure, and for quilting purposes, you quilters out there, you know I'm holding my my rotary cutter wrong. Don't beat me up. Okay. So now we'll measure 4 inches. got the 6 inches here, and I'm going to measure 4 inches. I know, this is like, I can hear some of you just like, oh my gosh, look at the hard work you're making for yourself. And, you know, that's okay. I do not mind. All right. Now I still have all this loveliness that I can use in another way, but now I am just going to tear down my edges. I could use my tear ruler, and I love it. I mean, I absolutely do love it, but I'm trying to recreate as much as possible what I did so that you can see what I did. Okay. That sounded weird, didn't it? Woo! So today is Thursday that I am recording this. I don't know if, well, I do know. It won't be up today, this one, because I just put my number 2 on this series, my number 2 video where I finished the cover, and I hope you'll take a peek at that and enjoy some of the tips and whatnot in there. So this won't be shown at least until tomorrow, maybe, you know, maybe even a little bit later. I don't commit myself to videoing every day. And the reason is I have so many things that I'm doing. It's just, I don't want to lie. I don't want to say, well, I'm going to be here and then not be here. I feel like that's dishonest in a way. Not deliberately trying to be, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to my delightful subs, whom I love and appreciate. And can I just give a shout out to all of you? Just really, I really do love you. I've had some of the most wonderful conversations with some of you, and golly, you keep me going. You pick me up. It's just, I feel so blessed. I really, really do. And in case my delightful grandson Ryan is watching this video, hi, sweetheart. I sure love you. He is a wonderful young man. I have wonderful grandchildren, but he has a tendency he likes to watch Grandma's videos. And so I particularly make mention of him. That doesn't mean I don't love my other grandkids, because I do. But he and I are a little more artsy than some, and he has taken up, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So there you go. There's a pocket for you to go on. Maybe that'll go on the back cover. We'll see. So now I want to make the journaling card that goes with that, which is this one, where I use 3 of the book pages. But he has gotten into soap making. And I don't know, probably most of you don't know this about me, is that I have been making cold processed handmade soap for over almost 40 years now. Yeah. I used to sell it. I used to have a business, a wholesale business selling it. I had a representative that went out and marketed it for me. Yeah, so anyway, back in the day. So he's getting into that, and it's just really fun to see him get involved in it. And he doesn't do weird old grandma soap like I do, although mine is delicious, I might say that. But he's more modern, which I just think is the coolest thing ever. Okay, so I have already cut down 3 of my pages, the size that will fit inside for a tag, because I measured this, so I went ahead. And these particular pages coming from, you can see this is a little different size, but it's going to go in like this, so you won't see. See how magic that is? Anyway, from the Reader's Digest, they were perfect size, so I didn't have to cut that, and I just trimmed down the sides just a little bit. So what I'm going to do, the one is the one we're going to go ahead. We'll kind of use this as our pattern. And whoops, not that. Duh. Hello. And we'll go ahead and build. So I want an empty tag. And this is just one idea. I mean, obviously, you guys are fantastic and you can do whatever you want. I just like the idea that I can do as much as I can realistically without it getting horribly laborious to make journals with digital ephemera and whatnot, to make them fun and to brighten them up and to put your own spin on it. And anyway, I'm just really enjoying this. Okay, so I picked a similar tag, and I'm just going to repeat this because it's easy, because I can. And I think what we'll do is we'll rip a little piece of this off. And I think on this one, we'll go ahead and we'll do it that way. And let's rip this one too. This, this masking paper, you guys, this is kind of really way cool. I am really grateful that Lori, Girl on the Ridge, she was highlighting it in some of her videos, and I'm like, I think I need that. So what did I did? So I bought some. Okay. So this is just the process, and this is super fun to go through and just build and decide what you want to do for your layering effect. And this I think we'll go about in here. And this was a book page from that foreign book page, but I had some sheet music sitting here too that is like, why not? Let's use that. So I've got something up, I've got something going across, I've got this element coming in here, and keeping in mind that I'm going to pretty up this tag a little bit, and then I'll have some room for something on the top. Okay, so let's just continue. And we'll just kind of go around the edges again. So I have been feeling, I have to tell you one of my guilties. Do you have guilties? Do you have those things that you're like, oh no, that way at the back of your mind, and you're just like, well, so do I. And one of my guilties is, as a quilter, I'm going to say former quilter, because I haven't been doing it for a few years. But I still have all the tools, and I still adore it. And for those of you that are kind of new, I do periodically stitch up things. I make needle books, and I make other things from fabric because I love it. What was I saying? Oh, my guilty. One of my guilties. And it has to do with the quilting aspect of my life that I'm not doing right now. I have, I would say, at least 20. Even as I say that, I'm just, you have no idea how I'm just like, oh, Rhonda. Quilt tops that need to be quilted, finished up. Now, granted, most of them are not a large size. Maybe one or two are queen size, and the rest are more of a large throw or a twin size or a large lap quilt. But still, I mean, yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I actually quit quilting, is because I felt like I needed to finish what I had started before I did any more. You know, that would look cool too if I put that even on top, wouldn't it? See, that's the thing. That's, you can, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you get that I do struggle with that issue quite regularly. So we're just kind of positioning this, and then let's find us a focal point. Let's see. The pear is absolutely luscious, but switch it up. This could be very nice. Where did I have several little things that I can pick from. And while I'm videoing, they do not want to show up. Here's some more. Okay, so these are ones that I actually printed. Oh, you know, that's kind of very cool. I like it. Okay. We'll just go for it. Instead of trying to recreate exactly, we'll be happy with just a sort of. I am already thinking about Christmas gifts. Are you? I don't want to offend anybody, but that is me. I do love Christmas, and I do love making gifts. I don't do nearly the amount of gifts or making of things as I used to do. But I still, you know, I still dabble in it a little bit. I did actually finally decide, I think I mentioned this in another video, I can't remember which one, but that I finally decided on what ornament I'm going to make for my grandkids. Oh, hi Ryan. But I can't say anything more about that. Well, there you go. I almost spilled the beans and told you. I was even going to show you. Okay. Well, when I do that, maybe what I will do is contact my daughter-in-law and ask her to not let Ryan watch one of the videos until after Christmas. Anyway, oh, that's funny. Okay, so I think that is very nice. Now let's get another piece of, I want to add to this, just pulling in bits and pieces from my digitals and doing it, you know, in a similar way. Let's see. If I really wanted contrast, I could even do the pink, or the pink. You know, I like this because I like how this blends, but it pops just a little bit. So I think we will just go with this. And we'll go ahead and just lightly just take that white off. Then we'll glue that on. Yeah. Coming right along. I have no idea how long I've been on here. I have a feeling this is going to be a long video. You may have to watch it in 2 or 3 parts. The long videos, I don't mind doing them, but they do take a long time to upload. And especially where this video, I've had to stop it and start it. Yeah. Okay. And we'll add this. We'll just ink around this puppy. So hello and happy October to one and all. I mean, I said hello, but I didn't say happy October. What is one of your favorite, if you want to share, if you want to put in the description below, I would love to hear what some of your favorite things about October are. Are you a Halloween fan? Are you not? Are you, you know, what kinds of things do you love in October? I love fall. I absolutely love the fall. It's my favorite season. Christmas is my favorite holiday. Oh, let me share with you something that I saw on my Facebook feed the other day. I don't know how it started. It was probably just one of these, you know how you get all these advertisements and things that randomly pop up? And if you happen to post on something or you like it, or you go to that to just check it out a little bit more, how that goes. Well, I was doing that and clicked on something, and now these things are coming all the time, and I don't always click on them, but I did the other day, like 5-minute, what was this one? 5-minute desserts. And it was the weirdest thing. I thought, oh, you got to be kidding me. They put M&Ms, the candy, M&Ms, and popcorn that you pop in a fry pan. They melted the M&Ms, and they kind of, it was weird. I'm not sure how all they did it, but they put a lid on, and then they open the lid and show you that it looks like candy corn. Or, that the popcorn has popped, and it's all these wonderful colors and stuff. I was just like, oh my word. We don't have kiddos around all the time, but that might be kind of a fun thing to, give it a try if you're brave. I think I would. If the kids were still at home and I were looking for something fun to do, I think I absolutely would give that a try. So, anyway, that was just like, what? Say what? Okay, this is coming along really well, you guys. These are super fun. And again, I like to do the stitching, not all the time, but I do like to add that element. But the wonderful thing about, like with Artie Mays, with her videos here, well, she has amazing videos too, but I meant her digitals, is oftentimes, she includes a line of stitching. So if that's not something that interests you, that you can still get that look. And you see what I've been doing. I've just been gluing this all together. Now I'm looking for a tag, a saying, something. And I cut these out. I want to keep them different because this journal, I definitely don't want the very same thing. So that we have different things for my partner to look at. Okay, I like that. All right, let's do it. And then she said, I will stitch around. So, in the interest of full disclosure, something, have a look while I stitch. The more I turn off my video, the harder and longer it is to produce the video and put it in on my YouTube channel. So I am just stitching around a little bit. And we will do the tag as well. Now, for those of you that do not sew, don't feel bad. Don't feel like, oh no, everybody's doing it, so I need to do it, or my product isn't very nice. Well, that's just simply not true. You put your heart and soul into your work, people will love and appreciate a handmade gift because you made it. None of us are perfect. So, yeah. All right. So you can see where I stitched on this one. And on this particular one, I am not trying to have my threads be part of the story. So I'm clipping those off. Alrighty. Okay, so the first page is done. Now I need a back page. Let's see. Where did those go? All right, one of these was skinnier. That's the middle. So the back page, I want to put one of these on. And so I will just bring this over my fabulous book. And I will use this original ephemera. Very gratefully, I might add. Let's move that out of the way for a minute. Now, because I want them to be able to journal, I'm going to turn it over. Okay? But I may come down here and use this good, excuse me. Oh, I'm getting the hiccups. No. And on this one, I'm just going to take advantage of my tear ruler. So, let's see how much we need. Okay, let's see. I want it about like, I think about like this ish. And of course, because it is vintage, it tears easily. It's a heavy paper, but it's not one that I would let be a loose page because of the brittleness factor. Although it's not bad that way, but I would still want it backed on something else so that you protect it. Did that make sense? Okay. Now, let's go. Like on this one, I went ahead and I did it from here, you know, so you get all the lines and whatnot. This one, I think we'll just go ahead and we'll do it the other way. That will give this person that gets the journal, she'll have some other choices. And so the tag looks, you know, the card looks just a little bit different. So then what we do on its own paper, I'm kind of like forgetting what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna, you know what? I don't need art glitter glue for every little thing, and it's more expensive than stick glue. So here is an example of me changing it up. Okay. Now we will put this on right in there. Okay. Okay, now let's bring this down again. We're gonna just, I didn't on, I'm like, where's the finished one? I didn't do it on this one, but I think I'm gonna do it on this one. Just go around the edge just a little bit. Just add another layer. Okay. Now, I am again going away for long enough to stitch around the edge here. So, be nice. No arguing in the group. Oh. By the way, as information for the future, well, I'll wait till I get through stitching this. And I apologize to those of you who maybe don't care for that part to listen to that. I do apologize. I'm not deliberately trying to drive you nuts, I promise. but I am trying to do this sooner than later. Okay. And then, again, what I like to do, and did I do it on this one yet? I don't believe I did. That just kind of makes the threads pop down in a little bit more so they're not like out there in your face. Unless that's the look you want. So, nothing wrong with that either. Okay, so there's the back. Here is the front. Here's the middle. So I am just going to do like so. And like so. And like so. So for those of you that are just gluing, keep in mind, I just did a little bit to hold them together to stitch. If you're gluing, then make sure, you know, that you do a nice job so that they're not coming apart. Obvious. Hello. Sometimes corner rounders are not my friend. Just saying. Okay. So I just have to stitch this together, and then we want to put a little doohickey up here. Now, I have stitched around here twice. I've done it deliberately for looks. I'm using a brown and cream variegated thread that I enjoy with my journals. And so that's what I'm going to do around here again. And I shall be back. And the reason that I did the corner rounder before I'm stitching is because sometimes the corner rounder, when I use it after, it cuts in and it kind of looks funky. It looks like I made a mistake. And so that's why I'm kind of, anyway, I've just found that if I can, that's kind of a good thing for me to do. And man, I have got a mess on my desk. So then with my first row of stitching, I move it out and about. I try to make it more loosey-goosey. Is that a word? Loosey-goosey. So that it looks freeform, so that it looks handmade, so that it has that kind of willowy, wispy, you know, that kind of look to it. And so that's what I'm doing here. Okay. At some point, I'll do a video of me doing that. I have to, it takes time to get everything all set up so that I can do it that way. Okay. Is that cool? Look at that. And it's just nice and sturdy. And look at that amazing, wonderful journal spot. And look what we've done. This is fabulous ephemera now. It is altered. I have used amazing elements And if I didn't even put a little tag at the top, it wouldn't matter. You know, this is easy to pull out on its own, right? But let's do. But let's put one on there anyway, okay? Okay, so I think I'm going to go for the orange, you guys. And I'm over here in some of my fabric, my quilting fabric. Looky at all those yummy nummy. I'm thinking that this little guy, look at that. Is that like so it was meant to be? These are quilting strips that I have used many times for many, many things. I actually got rid of when we moved. We've moved several times, and I have gotten rid of most of my quilting fabrics, but not all. Okay. So, since I had that already, that makes sense to keep that. And I think I'll just leave this kind of loose here. Just not perfect. The threads on it, I think I'll just go ahead and leave those. And let's see how much that will go down. So this one I think is just a tad bit short. And so I'm going to make this one just a little bit longer, not too much. But I don't know that was even a necessary word for that, what we're doing here. All right. So I am going to try to center this. Okay. And we will just pop that on like so. Like so, like so, like so. Okay. I like that. So now I'm just going to zigzag across here a little bit, and I will... You know what's coming, don't you? You guys are so clever. Oh, I know I'm bad. So we did it once. Let's do it twice. And then let's give it one more for the money. Let's do a straight stitch too. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. So I zigzagged and I did a straight stitch just to kind of keep that fun. And this time I am going to keep some of that thread hanging just because it sort of adds to the frayed look of this one. So there we go. There we have our pocket with our journaling tag. Nice large tag. So my friends, we'll do some more. This video is long enough already, probably too long. I apologize. But that's a wonderful way to alter and make use of your book pages. Such a cool idea. And I want to give you a heads up. In the near future, I'm going to be announcing something that I'm going to be doing with my channel, and stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hit that little bell so you get notified every time I do a video. I have lots of ideas. I'm not perfect, but I sure love to do this, and I do love to share with all of you. I really do. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Be good to yourself. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye now.